You can just hear the excitement. What a moment indeed. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's game time here in Miami as the crowds at the American Airlines Arena look to cheer on the hometown Heat. Last outing for Atlanta unsuccessful. The loss to the Memphis Grizzlies. And they were still in that one right up to the end, guys, but lost by a couple of buckets.
Well, they hung in there for a long time in that game, just giving themselves a chance to win at the end. But when it mattered the most, they stumbled.
Yeah, and those are the hardest losses to stomach, guys. I mean, when you play well throughout the game and then get derailed by a few missed opportunities down the stretch, that's painful.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Lou Williams, the 2, and Josh Smith, the 3. Horford is out there with Ivan Johnson, and it's Harris in at the point. And for the Heat, Clutch in at shooting guard. Al Harrington is out there with Haslam. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. For 3, Harrington. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Harrington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And there were a lot of questions about how the Hawks would hold up when Al Horford was hurt early last season. And I'll tell you what, they weathered the storm pretty well, and they remained a solid team in that tough Eastern Conference.
Well, he's one of their anchors at the offensive end, guys, because he can make plays like that all the time.
Clutch gets the nod, and this is the first time hearing his name called in the starting lineup.
And you see the things he's capable of doing on a night-in, night-out basis. It's mind-boggling. Clark, this guy is just wildly gifted.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, the work he's put in to get this far may very well be the most impressive thing of all, Steve. He's taken raw natural ability and molded it into one of the most refined skill sets in the NBA. That's special.
Here's Wade following the basket by Al Horford. Over Williams, the shot by Wade, no good. Some could argue that Horford was one of the most important players on that team, and to be able to not miss a beat without him had to boost, I would think, Clark, the confidence of the entire team.
I agree with you, Kevin, and Horford did come back in the playoffs briefly to help, but really it points out the depth that Atlanta had to be able to have a good season without Horford being a big part of it until late in the year with the playoffs. So I think the depth of this team is one of its strengths.
And we all knew it was a title or nothing for the Heat last year after getting to the 2011 finals and losing to Dallas that season. In fact, Dwayne Wade himself said if they didn't win a title, it would be a bust.
And good on the basket. Book it.
He is always so in control, guys, even when he's going hard to the hoop. Very skilled finisher.
Steve, back to the Heat, you were talking about them. You said Wade thought it would be a bust year if they didn't win the title. Really, you know, Clark, that seemed to be the prevailing thought by many, and not just from Wade.
Yeah, ultimately, Kevin, though, they did win the title, and Wade was vindicated.
Now, here's Wade. He had 25 points in the win against New Orleans.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
Here is Williams. After the made shot from Dwayne Wade, shot's good.
If he gets a glimpse of an opening, he's going to take it right to the rim.
Here's Clutch. He feeds it to LeBron. Fader on the way, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
So the Heat, their last game, a win against New Orleans.
You know, it's hard to lose a game when you shoot the ball as well as they did in that one.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, shot making can cover over a multitude of sins. The percentage they shot from the floor is one you might talk about an individual player having, not the entire team.
Just 4 to shoot. From the arc, Al Harrington grabs the board. The Heat leading by 4.
You know, Lou Williams averaged something like 60% coming off of screens last year in terms of his shooting percentage, guys. He's got tremendous quickness in getting up and down the floor and excellent balance when he gets into his jump shot. You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coach liked it either. Look at that face. Uh-oh.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing. I think for Williams, you know, when you see him coming off those screens, he's really so good at figuring out when to shoot, when to put the ball on the deck and go to the rim. He's just a smart offensive player. He's got that sixth sense in terms of what to do offensively and to get him to the right spot.
Here's Horford after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. He'd have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
Oh, look out. Went for the two-hand throw down there. Needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
Special thanks to Sprite for that sweet replay. The Hawks trail by 8.
Well, you feel good for Larry Drew, who's in his 3rd season as a head coach, because he spent 18 years as an assistant before he finally got his big break with the Hawks. In all, he's been with Atlanta since 2004, so he knows these players well.
The Heat leading by 8. LeBron outside. Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Williams. Back to LeBron. Kicks to Harrington. Lets the 3 fly. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's now got 3 assists in the game. And Larry Drew, well liked by the players in his time as an assistant, probably made it a little bit easier for the ownership to make him the head coach as he replaces Mike Woodson.
Well, it's always easier to be the good cop, you know, when you're the assistant coach. All of a sudden you become the head coach and you need to be tougher. You need to discipline players a little bit. It can be harder to have those relationships with your players. It's always a fine balance, but Drew has done a nice job of establishing himself with this Hawks team. Attacking the paint again and again.
You know, they're getting whatever they want. I mean, 8 straight points coming inside.
And it's Wade with the jam.
Tell you what, guys, they are really playing well.
Yeah, up double digits already and continuing to pour it on. No let up in sight.
Williams gets a screen from Horford. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 7 points in the game.
That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys. Going to the finger roll to get the easy 2.
Wade with it. Devin Harris covering. And it's Wade penetrating. Now Haslam inside. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Haslam's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right. And to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up, Steve.
And a dunk by Horford.
He's short for the center position, but he makes up for it with tremendous leaping ability.
The Heat leading by 9. LeBron drives in, and the basket good. LeBron's now got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
What a start it's been for them from the field in this game.
You know what? It's early, but if they can keep shooting at this rate, Steve, they'll run away with this thing.
Now here is Harris. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. The dish to Smith. Gives him the lead pass. Offensive rebound. And Al Horford again.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
The Hawks trail by 9. Smith dishes to Harris. To the paint. Johnson puts it up. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
There's the pass to Haslam. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but
from the inbound. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Now let's jump over to the 2K leaderboard to get an idea of which big men have been this season's most elite low post scoring threats. In the third spot, Josh Smith.
And there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively, face up or back to the basket. They can get it done.
And that's what makes that list so intriguing to me, Steve, just how varied it is in terms of technique each of those big men use. I mean, you could fill a textbook by taking a little piece of each of their games. I mean, they all do something different and unique and do it well.
This is a very steady performance offensively for him.
And here is Harris. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Right side, Williams. Over Wade. The shot misses. Good D by Wade. Here's Cole. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's the Heat. They lead by 13.
Make sure to pick up a copy of 2K Sports Magazine.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
How about the shooting so far? It's been a clinic out there. They are lighting it up and really creating open looks for each other.
Well, Steve, there hasn't been much resistance and when they've been on the offensive end, so they've taken advantage of it.
Clutch in a two-guard. LeBron James is out there with Al Harrington. And there's Haslam. And it's Wade in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
You know, there's no denying that the Southeast Division is one of the tougher divisions in the league, but the Hawks have been down this road before, and last year showed their experience by posting a good record within the division.
Oh! Are you kidding me?
That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great. Tell you what, when he gets going strong to the hoop, there's almost nothing the defense can do.
That was a nice replay, brought to you by Sprite. Outside Williams. Johnson kicks to Williams. The Hawks working the ball around. Smith against LeBron. Here's Horford. Johnson. And it's good. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night. We talk about the Hawks against the Southeast. You know, Steve, it's not easy. We're taking on Miami. You know, it's Orlando. It's rugged play.
Yeah, it is. And you look at the numbers, pretty impressive. Atlanta went 11-3 against the Southeast last season, so pretty nice job within the division.
Williams gets the bucket.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
The Heat leading by 13. Wade outside. Back to Harrington. This one for three. Rebound, Atlanta. This is the second time they've matched up against Miami.
And you chalk that loss up to poor shooting, guys. There was very little flow to their offense, and they really didn't find quality shots.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. It's a combination of poor execution and then no quality shots. They seem far too focused on doing it themselves, going solo, playing hero ball, we like to call it, versus cohesive team play. Two hands for safety, one hand if you want major elevation.
That's right. That's right.
You know you can get up higher with one hand. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It really is true. I mean, you can extend better with one.
Well, here's Clutch. He's guarded by Williams. Back to Harrington. Gets it to go. Harrington's got 8.
You have a nice high percentage look right there.
Harris with it. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Smith sets the pick for Williams. Pass to Smith. Over LeBron. Williams kicks to Corey. Petro. Over Harrington. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Smart move with that mismatch he's got.
You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
And Lewis Williams last season became the first bench player to lead his team in scoring since Del Curry, Steph's dad, who did it back in the 93-94 season for Charlotte. How about that accomplishment?
Harris kicks to Williams. The three, and that one's good. Williams has got 12.
No question about it, guys. He's been one of their best performers today.
And going back to Lewis Williams last season, the best he's played by far.
And, Kevin, he was especially tough in the clutch, I thought. You look at his numbers down the stretch, and whether it was field goal percentage, getting to the line, he was at his best when the pressure was at its highest.
Al Horford, he's checked in for the Hawks. Ivan Johnson comes in for Josh Smith. Kept alive. Here's Horford. The layup missed. The Heat leading by 12. Here's LeBron. Here's Clutch. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's now got his 4th assist in this one. Harris kicks to Horford. Makes the lead pass. Tries to keep it alive. Harris outside. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
And a moment to check out LeBron James here. What a run he's had. The past few weeks have been just tremendous for him. He was 8th in scoring. He was 10th in field goal percentage. And he's in the top 10 in terms of three-point field goal percentage. So it's really been a good run for him from downtown.
And you don't become a top 10 scorer, Steve, without a variety of offensive moves and a whole bunch of tricks in your bag. So he makes for wonderful highlights the way he can score.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Kevin, despite his tremendous size and athleticism, LeBron James had always been a player who scored facing the basket. But his postgame has become a point of emphasis. He worked with the great Hakeem Olajuwon in the offseason to develop his moves, and last season started putting them to work. Teammate Udonis Haslem said, "You take one of the best athletes to ever play the game, and if you can implement some of Hakeem into LeBron's game, not only does it take his game to a whole nother level, it takes our game to a whole other level as a team." Dwayne Wade said he has the ability to be one of the best post players in the game. With his passing, rebounding, and scoring, that's just going to make us better. Kevin, a scary thought.
You're right about that. Thanks, Doris.
Well, there's no question. I mean, that's where LeBron's strength and explosiveness really gives him the best advantage down in the paint. He threatens the defense so heavily down in that lane area.
Clock at 6. Williams passes to Horford. Puts it up from 15. With the clock winding down and the powerful one-handed slam.
Boy, that kind of hustle you just love to see.
And it gets his teammates fired up.
Yeah, especially with the powerful slam to finish things off.
Ray Allen is on the wing, averaging 8 points a game. Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Williams. Wade outside. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, they've been shooting well from mid-range here.
Well, sometimes you can't get all the way into the rim in the paint area, so you've got to pull up from 12, 15 feet. It's pretty impressive.
LeBron kicks to Wade. Here's Clutch. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Atlanta. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip.
That's an important game for the Magic. I know their fans are hoping for a win.
Williams dishes to Johnson. Pulls up on the money from 12 feet away. Johnson's got 12.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
The Heat leading by 12. Wade drives in. They set the pick. That's good. Wade's got 19 points.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
That's good.
Now, they've got to offer more resistance inside. Just too many easy buckets in the paint.
Yeah, Stephen, that's the top priority for any defense. You got to protect the paint.
Here's Clutch. LeBron. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, I heard that LeBron still rides his bike to the arena now and again on game day, and he's an avid cyclist, I guess, and when you're down in Miami, you got to make the most of that Miami weather, don't you?
Yes, you do. And the Hawks making a change here. Pachulia's checked in. Williams kicks to Harris. The Hawks working the ball around. Horford the pass to Harris. Inside, it's stolen by Harrington. Ray Allen is on the wing. To the inside, Williams with the steal. Harris with it. Wade picks him up. 1:53 left in the first half. Williams kicks to Harris. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Here's Horford. And he races to the bucket for 2. Horford's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Kevin, keep an eye tonight on how many plays he keeps alive for his club. Just the way he works, the way he moves, the way he anticipates plays before they happen. Constantly looking to get an offensive board.
And Steve, you look at him, he is a banger. I mean, he really enjoys the physical aspect of the game.
Here's Harris. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And going back to LeBron, you know he's always enjoyed bicycles. He said as a kid in Akron, in fact, he'd tool around on his bike looking for pickup games.
Understand that feeling.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Heat lead by 7. Well, folks, stick around here at halftime for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And we've played 2 quarters out at American Airlines Arena, and a great game is in progress for our halftime show. An impressive start for the Heat. They've started off pretty well this season, trying to continue the momentum. Dwayne Wade with a tremendous first half. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And the Hawks are still in it and going all out. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. Josh Smith hasn't made much of an impact. An unsightly, untimely shooting percentage. Ugly game. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke take it away.
And a bird's eye view of the American Airlines Arena, nestled on the waters of Biscayne Bay, as we return to South Florida.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. He's got 19 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Lou Williams, the 2, and Josh Smith, the 3. Ivan Johnson is out there with Horford, and it's Harris in at the point. The jump hook gets it to go. Clutch has got 16.
You know, when you look at Miami last season, what they tried to do was get away from shooting all the three-point shots and get LeBron and Wade down near the block. And I thought that was important. The shot selection was much better. They got out and ran a lot more, and they used that athleticism to their advantage.
The Hawks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Back to Wade. Offensive rebound. Here's Haslam. Gets it to fall from the right block. Haslam's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Nice putback. That's why you want guys working hard on the boards at both ends of the floor.
Williams kicks to Harris. From past the arc. The shot is off. Well, he'd go the other way with it. You look at the athletes in Miami, and they can be just downright scary if they're getting up and down the court on you. I mean, you really just got to duck.
You know what, Kevin? It's not just guys that can run. It's guys that can finish and run with Wade and LeBron. And those two, in and of themselves, I mean, they're a dynamic duo. I think playing the way they did last year, let them take full advantage of their personnel. They actually thrive being in the open court, and that's really how they tried to play most of the time.
Here's Wade. He's got 19. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Guarded by Harris. Back to Harrington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Johnson. Al Harrington again. Harrington's got 4 this quarter.
Well, guys, Eric Spoelstra is really a young coach, but he's worked his way up from video coordinator to being one of the outstanding head coaches in the league. To be where he is, coaching one of the very elite teams in the NBA in Miami, you couldn't ask for a better position or a better opportunity. But I really have great respect and admiration for the way he's handled that and grown into that position. It's one of the better stories in the league in my mind.
Here's Smith. Rebound by the Heat. LeBron's now got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Clutch. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. That's on Lewis Williams.
Well, he stopped the dunk there. That was about the only play he could make.
Well, you don't like the foul, but you don't like to give up an easy dunk either.
Well, you talk about the job that Eric Spoelstra has done for the Heat, Clark. A young coach, certainly, but he's earned the opportunity to coach this roster, and he's shown that he's up to the task. One of the brightest young coaches in the game.
Deshaun Stevenson, he's checked in for Atlanta. Horford with a screen on Wade. Harris kicks to Stevenson, launches it. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's now got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
You know, it might not be the biggest margin, but don't take what they've done on the boards for granted. I mean, it's been a strong area for them in this game.
Well, you know, Clark, I mean, it all adds up. You do a little bit better job here, a little better job there, and you look up, it's a big difference on the scoreboard.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Hi, Kevin. Clutch, in their last time out against the Hornets, had a huge game. He dropped in 24 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. This game of his was just a standout, all-around display of basketball. Coaches love to see that, Kevin.
And Doris, that really was a phenomenal performance.
You know what, Kevin? Anytime you bring it like that, you raise the bar on yourself. The key is to not get too hyped on past performances. Today, focus on this game right here, right now.
Yeah, but he's going to have a hard time forgetting that one because that was one of the best performances you'll ever see.
Harris outside. Passes it to Jenkins. He kicks it to Horford. A baseline J, and it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. LeBron drives in. Clutch. He goes up. The rebound by Johnson.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And there's the foul. It's on Clutch. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now the Heat with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Let's go. A nice shot by LeBron. LeBron's now got 23.
You know, when you're guarding LeBron, you'd prefer him taking outside jumpers. He's a solid shooter, a much improved shooter, but he's so devastating and demoralizing going inside. You'd much rather force him to take challenge perimeter shots. Step aside, step aside. We've got the big fella coming through.
That is a powerful brand of basketball right there.
Man, an amazing putback. You just love the effort from this guy.
He'd better get going. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Clark, you mentioned LeBron's jump shot. Steve, it's something he's really worked on.
Yeah, you know, when he came into the league, he was very inconsistent with his motion. There was some balance issues, but in the 2008 offseason, he rebuilt his motion, tried to keep his elbow in a little bit more than he did in the past. He's become a much better shooter. He's still a little bit streaky, but still, his game is all about going inside and wreaking havoc in the paint.
To the middle. Here's Clutch. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Clutch has got 6 here in this quarter. Williams kicks to Smith from the corner, and it's Miami with the rebound. Now Chalmers. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Jones. Here's Clutch. Back to Chalmers. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Heat lead by 12. The Hawks shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half.
Well, he's really having a nice quarter, made some big shots for him.
The Heat shooting and offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. It's LeBron with the drive over Horford. The shot's good from LeBron. LeBron's now got 16 points here in the second half. Williams dishes to T. T gets a screen from Horford. There's the feed to Smith. Over Miller. Again, the miss by Smith.
You just can't get a good feel for his shot at this point. That's one of the reasons they're losing.
Miller outside. Dishes it to Jones. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Jones has got 6.
And what a touch he has from long range, guys. He'll stretch the defense single-handedly because of how effective he is from beyond the arc.
Well, that's what he's built his reputation on, Steve, being a spot-up shooter. And as often as he hits the target, he's got the freedom and the green light to let it fly from anywhere on the court.
Al Harrington's checked in for the Heat. Norris Cole comes in for Mike Miller. The alley-oop pass. And Smith with the stuff.
Now that's how you execute an alley-oop there, fellas.
And with an exclamation point, too, on the finish, throwing it down hard.
What a terrific play on both ends. Well, there are so many areas where the Heat dominated their competition last year, so it was no surprise that they were able to control their division opponents in the Southeast. But, you know, it's not an easy division with teams like Orlando and Atlanta, but still Miami was able to really control the action there.
There's a minute left here in the third quarter. Here's Clutch. 20 points for him. Excellent D there from Williams. And a 9-5 record for the Heat within the division. And when you have to play the teams they do in a division that good, that says something.
Yeah, it really does, and it's really an expectation for them to win the division every year, but that's not as easy as people want to make it sound. I mean, although they do keep living up to it and making it look easy, it's a lot of hard work to get that done.
Here's Cole. LeBron passes to Harrington. And again, it's the Heat missing. Outside Williams. No good on that last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat out front, up by 11. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Now, let's check in with Doris Burke for the Sprite Uncontainable Game. Doris?
Kev, as you might have guessed, the uncontainable game today goes to the Miami Heat. Some games a team can catch all the breaks, and they have made the most of everything that's been given to them. Great effort so far, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. The Heat leading by 11. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Heat, Clutch, he's in at shooting guard. Al Harrington is out there with Allen. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Haslam and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Harris kicks to Smith over LeBron. They get it again. Here's Johnson. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. A slam dunk by Wade.
I can't imagine that we'll see one better than that tonight.
I'm with you on that, aren't you, Steve?
Oh, yeah, I'd be shocked if we saw something more entertaining than that one.
And that last replay, courtesy of Sprite.
Since moving to Atlanta in 1968 from St. Louis, the Hawks have been a steady presence in the postseason, Kevin. Still, that penultimate goal of an NBA title has eluded them.
Deshaun Stevenson, he's checked in for Ivan Johnson. Harris misses. Heat shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Harrington with a screen on Smith. Now Haslam inside. Rebound by Williams. With the Hawks in their playoff history, they've always seemed to be the good team that just was overpowered, it seems, Steve, in the end.
Yeah, they've never had that transcendent player. You know, the closest guy they had to that was probably Dominique Wilkins. But he was playing in the era when Bird and Magic and Jordan were dominating the league. So it's just been one of those things for Atlanta. They just haven't been able to get over that hump. They've been good, they just haven't been great.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Pachulia comes in for Al Horford. And it's Ivan Johnson in for Deshaun Stevenson. They get it back. Here's Pachulia from the left block. He sends it through.
Well, they've really put the extra effort in on the glass here.
Totally out-hustling their opponents, and I think the coaching staff has to love this effort.
That's tipped. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. And yes, sir, that one drops. Williams has got 21 in the game.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
Wade, right side. Here's Clutch. From deep. And the jam by Udonis Haslam.
No time wasted getting back off the ground when he got his hands on the ball. I like that quickness of jump.
And that's the idea, right? You know, take it back up strong.
Yeah, of course. I mean, no reason to hold on to it any longer than you have to.
The drive by Smith. Smith, left side. Harris outside. He dishes it to Pachulia. 5 on the clock. Here's Johnson. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
Another board for them, and they've got a huge advantage in that regard. Wow. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Did you see that?
Oh, we got to see that one again, guys. We've got to see that again.
I need a replay. I'm not sure what I just looked at.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, well, Larry Drew had some advice for his team over that last break. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Al Horford. He's checked in for Pachulia. And it's Teague in for Lou Williams. The Hawks making a switch here. Williams is checked in. The Heat leading by 12. Wade outside. Back to Harrington. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, he's smart. He's getting good shots, and he's knocking them down.
Williams gets a screen from Horford. 14 feet away, and the Hawks getting another basket right there. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And it's Wade penetrating over Harris, and it's Miami with another.
You know, when he plays well, generally the team does too, and it's exactly what we're seeing here today.
Feeds it to Smith. Back to Harris. The Hawks working the ball around. Williams. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist in this one. Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. For 3, Harrington, and the shot is good. Harrington's got 5 points now this quarter.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Harris kicks to Smith. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 21 points for Smith.
I'm sure they'd like to get more shots like that one.
The Heat leading by 13. Here's Clutch. Haslam guarded by Horford. Here's Clutch. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Clutch has got 22. Now here's Williams. He's covered closely. Smith sets the pick for Harris. He passes to Smith. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Clutch. No luck. So Atlanta will take it the other way. LeBron, good.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way. You know, he's yet to miss in the quarter. Flawless efficiency from the field. I like it.
Heat have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Leads him in there. He dinks the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Find a gap in the defense and attack that rim with force.
He is so good at doing just that.
Maybe as good as anybody. Just so athletic and strong.
Harris dishes to Williams. He feeds it to Horford. Kicks it to Harris. The dish to Smith. Covered by LeBron. The fader. It's hauled in by the Heat. Haslam's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Clutch. Oh, the one-hand jam.
Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
A breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
The pass to Harris. Pass to Horford. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's now got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Wade gets the bucket.
They're just getting better offensively as the game goes along, making good choices and getting high percentage shots.
And they're playing hard and playing smart too, Steve. They've just been very, very good.
Harris with it. Wade picks him up. Smith left side. Over James. Again, the miss by Smith.
It's been a struggle. It's not happening right now. He needs to settle down a bit and let the offense come to him a little more. He's forcing things right now.
Wade drives in. Dunked hard with one hand.
Making it look easy out there.
Yeah, it's been a lopsided affair on the floor, guys, and on the scoreboard.
Action gone. 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. Harris outside. Smith with a screen on Wade. Harris against Wade. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got...
Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time.
I like the awareness they had there. Guys were headed out on the break the instant the steal was made.
And they got the easy bucket because of it.
Harris outside. They need this one. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's now got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
And stolen by Horford. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy.
Teague with the ball. Wade picks him up. Horford gets a screen from Jenkins. And here's Stevenson for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Wade's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, they've been all over the glass. Big advantage in the rebound totals.
Yeah, that's really carried them in this one, guys. I mean, those one-and-dones have really set a nice tone and let them establish this lead. Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
For the Hawks, Ivan Johnson is checked in for Williams. Smith comes in for Jenkins. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Deshaun Stevenson. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I like that one-handed spike right there.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
Yes, sirree.
Yeah, he's not going to miss many of those.
The Heat leading by 20. Here's Clutch. Back to LeBron. Passes to Harrington. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Williams. Puts it up. And he hits the jump shot. Clutch has got 30.
No, you can put this one in the W column. I mean, this is locked up now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they closed this game out exactly like they needed to.
Outside Teague. Smith with a screen on Wade. Here's Teague with the lead pass. Horford no luck. Heat shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Here's Clutch. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. The drive by Wade. And the rejection by Smith. Fast break, the Hawks. Teague's got the ball. Horford. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Clutch. Can't get it to go. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson sets the screen for Teague. Williams. And there's the rejection. Here's Horford. And it's Horford again missing.
That's the shot he was looking for. I'm surprised he didn't get it to fall.
Open look. No good from LeBron.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
That's good from Williams, the assist by Teague. 31 points for Williams. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Here's Clutch. Back to LeBron. The three. And that falls.
I think we can chalk this one up. The goal now is just to run some time.
Yeah, I think it's time to get the bus started now, boys.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.
Apparently, you'll be moving into the starting lineup for next game. Does this come as a surprise, or is it something you were expecting?
Yeah, it's a definite surprise. I'm still one of the younger guys here, and I know I've got a lot to learn, but it's nice to see that my play so far isn't going unrecognized. I'm just going to keep working hard and doing everything I can to help the team win. Hopefully, this is just the start of something good, you feel me?